Hi angels, it's Haley Reese and today's video has me spooked, so I'm pretty sure it will most likely have you guys pretty freaked out as well. Although, I think it's been made pretty clear on this channel how scared I am of like ghosts appearing in mirrors and urban legends to do with ghosts and mirrors. So I mean, maybe you won't be as scared as me, but trust me, nonetheless, this story is a pretty crazy one. This story is another one that was actually sent in to me, which I know to some of you may seem, I just cracked my knuckles. I hope you didn't hear that. Ew, like why did I just do that? My goodness. Anyways, which I know to most of you sometimes makes it less scary, but to me it makes me more frightened because I have a very personal connection, even if it is just through the internet, to each and every one of you, and you all mean the absolute world to me, and I can tell when you guys are keeping it real with me, and I keep it completely real with you guys, and ultimately I just know that you guys wouldn't lie to me. And so these stories really freak me out because of that personal connection we share. I can just empathize with what you guys are going through so much. And I want to try to help you guys in any way that I can. So today I'm going to be sharing a story with you guys that just has my heart racing, because the entire idea of what this family is going through right now just has me super afraid for them. So without further ado, let's get into this story because it's a little bit of a crazy one and I really want to share it with you guys. But make sure along the way, as you guys go through this story, if you have any advice, thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever you are thinking, drop a comment down below, because I know that Madison is going to be reading these comments and is going to be looking to you guys for some sort of help. And I also just love to hear your guys' theories and what you think. So make sure you let me know in the comments below what you think of what I share with you guys, and let's get into this. So about a week ago, I received an email from a woman named Madison, and Madison is actually a mother of a 13-year-old little girl. I wouldn't even call her little, of a 13-year-old girl. She's a teenager now, so Haley, come on. I would have hated to be called little girl at 13. But she's the mother of a 13-year-old girl by the name of Faith. Now, Madison is still with Faith's dad, Robert. So it's Madison, Robert, and Faith who all live together within their home. Now, Madison is a big antique collector. She's always loved antiques. She's somebody who really enjoys to go to different thrift shops and antique shops and find interesting pieces with history to them. And you know what? I know that that's a really big thing for some people. I like particular antique pieces, but I can't say that I enjoy all forms of antique pieces. She said she has a real niche for trying to find, you know, some interesting antique pieces. So that is a really common thing for her to do, and she says almost every single weekend her time is spent going out. Robert stays at home with Faith and she goes out and finds these antique pieces. Now, she said that about 6 months ago she found this absolutely beautiful antique mirror. She said she absolutely fell in love with this antique mirror. So she purchases the antique mirror along with a couple of other things. She brings all of these things home and starts to find new little places and homes for them. Right away, she said that her husband Robert said he hated the mirror. He's like, I don't like that mirror one bit. He never said he had a bad feeling about it or anything paranormal, but he just didn't like the mirror one bit and wanted her to return the mirror. But she said she was so dead set on this mirror that this mirror was going to come home. So she placed the mirror in the hallway right between where their bathroom was and where Faith's bedroom is. So it was kind of in the center. Now, she explained that Faith's bedroom was at the end of the hallway, the bathroom's in the middle, and their room is towards the other side of the hallway. She explained this because we will get into why in a moment. So she hung the mirror in this particular place and she really liked the placement of it. Now, Faith didn't think much of the mirror. Honestly, she said her daughter just doesn't really think much of anything that she purchases. She doesn't really care. She's just an easygoing, go with the flow type of child. About a week into having the mirror, she hears Faith screaming in the middle of the night around 3:15 a.m. in the middle of the hallway. So she comes running out and she's asking Faith, what? She said that there was a scary, demon-looking face inside of that mirror as she was walking to go to the bathroom. Her mom's like, Faith, come on, it's dark, you're just seeing things, whatever. And so Faith's like, I know what I saw, arguing, but they kind of brush it off. Faith uses the bathroom and goes back to sleep. A A few nights later, Faith gets up to use the bathroom in the night yet again and starts screaming again because she sees yet another demonic looking face within that mirror. Now she's telling her mom, I want the mirror gone, I don't want the mirror here, I don't want the mirror here. But Madison admits that she told her that she wasn't going to get rid of the mirror because she really liked the mirror in this spot. It was what she'd been looking for the area, and she just wasn't going to get rid of the mirror. So Faith gets really upset with her, telling her that she should try having to go to the bathroom past the mirror in the night and seeing the demon face. Now she's starting to figure that Faith is just kind of like making up these images in her own mind. She doesn't think much of it. She said a few nights after this incident, Faith is screaming again that the demon face is in the mirror. And I guess at this point, Madison said she was fed up with going out there and dealing with it, so she woke up her husband Robert and sent Robert out to deal with Faith in this mirror. And all of a sudden, Robert comes back into the room with his face as pale as a ghost. He turns to Madison and says, I saw what she was talking about. And Madison sits up and is like, what are you talking about? You saw what Faith is talking about. And he said he saw a demonic face for a split second, looked back to Faith, looked back at it, and it was completely gone. And she's like, you didn't tell Faith this, did you? And he said, no, I pretended I didn't, but I'm telling you, Madison, there is something in that mirror. Now, at this point in the email, Madison explains to me that her husband, Robert, isn't really big on the paranormal. He's not really for it. He's not really against it. He's just not somebody who truly believes in it. So she said for him to, for one, say that he had seen it, and for two, say like that there is something in there, it kind of made her start to wonder. So she was like, what is going on with this mirror? So she takes the mirror down from the hallway and she places it in her room on her side of the bed, and she leaves it there. She's like, whatever, I'll deal with the mirror. You guys both stop, whatever. She said nothing happened while the mirror sat on her side of the bed for about 2 weeks. Absolutely nothing. She began to think they were crazy. She said she would get up in the night to go pee. She would look at the mirror and she would see nothing. Like, she didn't understand what Faith and what Robert had seen. Like, she had no idea. So she decides that she's going to put the mirror back up in its placement because she thinks they must have just been seeing something. The mirror sat next to her bed for 2 weeks. Nothing at all happened, and she wanted the mirror to be in that one spot, so she just put it back up there. A few nights later, Faith is screaming in the middle of the night, telling her that the thing is back, the thing is back. Madison gets up. She goes down the hallway. She tells me she doesn't remember exactly what she said, but in her half asleep and half angry moment, she screams to the mirror, if there's something in here, then I demand you get out of this mirror. So she takes the mirror, she places it on her side of the bed again and says, I'll get rid of this mirror tomorrow, I'm done with it. And she rolls over and she goes to sleep. Now that night, she said that she has a dream about the mirror. She sees a demon-like face, and the demon-like face says to her, thanks for welcoming me in. When she wakes up the next morning, she says her mirror is completely shattered. Now, nothing has happened since. She got rid of the mirror. She went and got rid of it, and she says that nothing has happened in her house since. But she's afraid that when she commanded it or demanded it to get out, then she had that dream and the mirror was broken in the morning, like cracked mirror, that she let some sort of demonic thing out of the mirror and perhaps into their home. Which was the main purpose of her email. She emailed me and said, did I let something demonic into my house? Did I let something come out of the mirror and into my space? Was it a portal and I now allowed it in? You know, the same way with through a Ouija board, you could say, you know, come out of the board and you let it out of the board, or little things like that. And honestly, if this is a true story, which I'm not doubting it by any means, it's insane, but hey, there's over like 300 and something thousand of us. Strange things happen across the world all the time. I do not for a minute doubt that things like this have happened and that this has happened. It really scares me that she could have actually let something demonic out of that mirror. The whole idea of mirrors, period, scares me because ultimately a mirror is a portal. Mirrors are the most... Even science, I'll do an entire story on mirrors actually. I'm gonna get into that in another story, but there's a whole science around the energy surrounding mirrors and why it would be such a paranormal and spiritual hotspot in a portal and a vortex. We will get into that in another video, but mirrors in general really freak me out because I know that they are very often and commonly known to be portals and are, and a lot of ghosts can live in mirrors, and the whole concept isn't so far-fetched, but it makes me nervous that she yelled at the mirror, you know, she demands it out, and the mirror was shattered in the morning. I don't know, you guys. What do you think of this story? Do you think it's true? Do you think what she's going through is the truth? Do you think that she might have let something evil or demonic out of the mirror? What do you guys think of this? Please make sure to talk it out in the comments below. Please be kind to one another in doing so. I love it when you guys can have your own opinions but treat each other with nothing but respect and kindness. It just makes me so proud of this family. So please make sure that you guys do that in your debate, but I can't wait to read what you guys think of this. And if you have any advice for Madison, please make sure to leave that in the comments down below as well. On that note, you guys, that is basically it for today's video. I just really wanted to share it with you guys because, like I said, if it is true, it's an insane story and it's creepy and it gives me like goosebumps and chills and stuff. So I just wanted to share it with you guys and give you those too. Aren't I a nice person? Jeez. Oh my goodness, Haley. On that note, if you're new to my channel or you're just not yet subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. I post a ton of videos. I don't want you to miss when I do upload, and please give this video a big thumbs up. It makes my heart really happy. I say it all the time, but it's the truth, so that's why I say it, and it just encourages me to keep on creating this content. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until next time, I love you.